Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad American bin Nurhazad and I'm going to talk about what is COVID-19. COVID-19 is a disease caused by a new strain of coronavirus. CO stands for corona, VI stands for virus, and D is for disease. Formerly, this disease was referred to as 2019 novel coronavirus or 2019 nCoV. The COVID-19 virus is a new virus linked to the same family of viruses as severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is SARS, and some type of common cold. You may ask, what are the symptoms of COVID-19? Symptoms can include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. In more severe cases, infection can cause pneumonia or breathing difficulties. More rarely, the disease can be fatal. These symptoms are similar to the flu, influenza, or the common cold, which are a lot more common than COVID-19. This is why testing is required to confirm if someone has COVID-19. How does COVID-19 spread? The virus is transmitted through direct contact with respiratory droplets of an infected person generated through coughing and sneezing. Individuals can be also infected from touching surfaces contaminated with the virus and touching their faces. Example, eyes, nose, mouth. The COVID-19 virus may survive on surfaces for several hours, but simple disinfectants can kill it. You may ask, who is the most risk of COVID-19? Well, we are learning more about how COVID-19 affects people every day. Older people and people with chronic medical conditions such as diabetes and heart disease appear to be more at risk of developing severe symptoms. As this new virus, we are still learning about how it affects children. We know it is possible for people of any age to be infected with the virus. But so far, there are relatively few cases of COVID-19 reported among children. This is a new virus and we need to learn more about how it affects children. The virus can be fatal in rare cases, so far, mainly among older people with pre-existing medical conditions. That's it for me.
How to prevent COVID-19? We all know that COVID is spread by many ways, such as physical touch and air. So today I will talk about some ways to prevent COVID-19. There are many things you can do to keep yourself and your loved ones safe from COVID-19. Firstly, follow local guidance. Check to see what national, regional, and local authorities are advising so you have the most relevant information for where you are. Secondly, keep your distance, stay at least 1 meter away from others, even if they don't appear to be sick, since people can have the virus without having symptoms. Next, wear a mask. Wear a well-fitting 3-layer mask, especially when you can't physically distance or if you are indoors. Clean your hand before putting on and taking off a mask. Next, you have to avoid crowded places, poorly ventilated indoor location, and avoid prolonged contact with others. Spend more time outdoors than indoors. Ventilation is important. Open windows when indoors to increase the amount of outdoor air. Avoid touching surface, especially in public settings or health facilities, in case people infected with COVID-19 have touched them. Clean surface regularly with standard disinfect. Frequently clean your hand with soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub. If you can, carry alcohol-based rub with you and use it often. Cover your cough and sneeze with a bent elbow or tissue, throwing used tissue into a closed bin right way. Then, wash your hand or use an alcohol-based hand rub. Lastly, get vaccinated. When it is your turn, get vaccinated, follow local guidance and recommendations about vaccination. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nabil Muhammad Azri, and I will talk about what is vaccine and why is vaccine important. Now, vaccination is a simple, safe, and effective way of protecting people against harmful diseases before we come in contact with them. It uses our body's natural defense to build resistance to specific interactions and infections and make your immune system stronger. Vaccines train your immune system to create antibodies just as it does when it's exposed to a disease. However, because vaccine contained only killed or weakened form of germs like viruses or bacteria, they do not cause the disease or put you at the risk of its complications. Most vaccines nowadays are given by an injection, but some are given orally or sprayed into the nose. Some people may ask, how do vaccines work? Now, vaccines reduce the risk of getting a disease by working with your body's natural defense system to build protection. When you get vaccinated, your immune system responds to it. It recognizes the invading germ, such as the virus or bacteria, and it produces antibodies. Antibodies are proteins produced naturally by the immune system to fight disease. It remembers the disease and how to fight it. So if you are exposed to the germ in the future, your immune system will be able to destroy it before you get sick. Why are vaccines important? Now, vaccination is a safe and effective way to prevent disease and save lives. Today, there are vaccines available to protect against at least 20 diseases, such as tetanus, influenza, and measles. Together, these vaccines can save lives up to 3 million people per year. When we get vaccinated, we aren't just protecting ourselves, but also those around us. Some people, like those who are seriously ill, are not advised to get certain vaccines. So they depend on the rest of us to get vaccinated and help reduce the spread of the disease. Now, during the COVID-19 pandemic, vaccination continues to be critically important. The pandemic has caused a decline in the number of children receiving routine immunizations, which could lead to an increase in ill and death from preventable diseases. WHO has urged countries to ensure that essential immunization and health services continue despite challenges posed by COVID-19. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video or if you have any questions, you can leave it down in the questionnaire.